Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility. I'm sorry that I'm still stuck on the menu screen. I'm picking up directly where we left off last time, which is in Souffle Farm. So we're going to leave and we're going to continue exploring. Over down this path, past Souffle Farm, is going to be an area that is once again blocked off. There's a giant boulder in the way. And this is going over to Brownie Ranch. Now, you can either clear that out yourself with the hammer if you take the time and you have enough energy to do so, or alternatively, we can unlock that area later on in the month automatically if we're patient. So up this way, we have the carpenters and the blacksmiths. Unfortunately, like I said, I got a little bit carried away with exploring everything else since there is a lot to explore, and we're probably going to have to leave these last couple of businesses for another time simply because we can't get into them right now. Well, actually, we might be able to get into the carpenters. It's dangerously close to quitting time, but it looks like we made it. Yo, I've never seen you around here. You're the one the mayor was talking about, right? You look like you'll make a fine rancher. I'm the carpenter around here. If you need anything built, just let me know. But if you're looking for my apprentices, they should be at Praline Woods. If you see them, you should say hi. Oh yeah, here, this book might come in handy. And we're given a basic guide to upgrades and furniture. So obviously Dale is the guy that we come to anytime we want something built. So he has two options here. The building function is very self-explanatory. This is going to allow us to build things such as the barn and the coop. He's the one that will build additional houses for us if we've purchased the plot of land. And he will also upgrade our houses as well. Any houses we have, he can make them bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's the building function. And I was going to go to the remodel function. And this basically allows us to paint the color of our house. I would love to get it painted because I hate pink, but that's kind of a cosmetic thing that is way out of our budget at the moment. But this gives you a good idea of the color schemes that you can sort of have for your houses. And unfortunately, it closed before I was able to look at his other wares. But that's okay. Dale basically sells furniture as well, so if we want to buy furniture from him, we can do so. This here is the Praline Woods area. It's not much of a woods. It's kind of more like an empty lot with some rocks and some trees. So this is a great area to come with your hammer or your axe and to get lumber and stone for building. There's also going to be some herbs and stuff like that in this area that you can pick up. It's kind of like foraging in this game. So you can either pick those up and use them to restore your stamina, or you can sell them. It's pretty much easy money. And then this area over here behind the carpenters is where that shortcut would be, where that big route is. So instead of having to go all the way through the Maple Lake district back to our house, once that route is cleared, we can basically make a straight beeline right up through here and cut all of that area. And obviously that saves a lot of time in travel, but it's just not something that we're going to be able to do quite yet. I'm going to go back to Waffle Town briefly here just to check something. Oh, I should say hi to Jin while I'm here too. You seem well today. Remember to rest when you're tired. I will, thank you. All of the characters have different dialogue depending on your stamina, which I think is kind of cool. I just wanted to see if maybe the bar was open. Because they opened late. They opened from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Welcome! Sorry, I'm running out of drinks now. I don't even have a decent menu. Aw, well, that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. Even though he says he doesn't have a menu, you can actually order from him. So you can order different kinds of cocktails. And once again, I think that these are mostly just for gifts. If you have a character who really likes cocktails. Once you have the money, I would say that these are actually pretty decently priced drinks to give as gifts. We can also do some part-time work for him if we want. And as Kathy had mentioned, that blonde girl that had come to Town Hall, she wanted to make an announcement that the place was closed. So even though Hayden is here doing business, I guess his business isn't doing so well, which is kind of unfortunate. Normally during the day, we would be able to talk to Jake behind this counter here, and we would be able to buy food items from him. So he sells food and Hayden sells drinks. And that's about all that there is for here. I do believe that Kathy maybe works as the waitress later on, but even though we've technically ran into Kathy and we've said hi to her and we've met her, we haven't actually officially met her, if that makes any sense. She's not going to appear in our game until we see her again. So tomorrow will be a great day to just go and visit all those businesses I didn't have a chance to see today. I'm going to go ahead and use some of my energy here, and I'm going to till some more soil so that we can plant some more crops. Because I bought lots of crops, so obviously I want to plant them. I'm going to go ahead and start on the turnips. So that means now that we have one line of turnips, we have one line of potatoes, and when these grow in, we'll also have other crops to replace them as well. So once your stamina reaches a certain level, you'll see that your character will get really fatigued, and you'll walk around very slowly. And the only way to remedy that is to get your stamina to go up. So you can eat something, or you can go to the hot springs and recover your stamina that way. So let's go ahead and hop into bed here. When you go to bed, you'll see a screen pop up that will show you all of the earnings that you had that day. Whatever you put in your shipping box automatically gets sent when you go to bed. And everything that we didn't see yesterday and all the places we didn't go should be available today. It's Friday. Most businesses are open on Fridays. And after this, after we go and see the blacksmiths and we meet the couple of characters we didn't meet in the mine district, that will pretty much be it for the time being. We've pretty much seen all that there is to see, and we won't be able to meet a lot of other characters until we make story progression. So that will be the time when I will probably go ahead and jump around a little bit. I'll play a couple of days off screen and make some progress and stuff like that before continuing on with new things. I really feel like this game's start is particularly slow. Not only because it has that incredibly long tutorial, but it's just a very slow start in general. We really don't make a lot of story progress until like the end of the year, really. So we have a lot of time to just get to know the characters and level up our tools, make some money, and kind of decide what it is that we want to do. I also haven't spoken to any of the wild animals around here, but if you see any wild animals, cats, dogs, there's a turtle, there's a monkey, there's a couple of wild animals roaming around, you can interact with it, and then it will come up on your animals list, and you can befriend these animals. And once you befriend them enough, I think 5 hearts is required, 4 or 5 hearts, they will then go into your pets section. So you can bring some of these animals home as pets if you interact with them enough and give them gifts. So back to the mine district. It's a little bit early, but we will be able to talk to the remainder of our characters. And I also forgot to showcase that this is our mine of the game. So this is where we can go and do our mining. And if you want to, you can check this neat little map, and this will show the map of the whole mine. Unlike Animal Parade, where they've actually upgraded the mine to feature many floors, this one has 30 in total, which is kind of a nice number, I think. It's not too small, it's not too big, it's sort of contained, it doesn't go on continuously forever. And you have a bit of a diagram here that shows what you can find in each area, but it's pretty self-explanatory. The further down you go, the better off you're going to be in terms of finding materials. And I will definitely be doing a mining tutorial at some point, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And here we have the blacksmiths. Wow, hi! I've never seen you before. You must be the one the mayor was talking about. You're awfully young to be starting a ranch on your own. You've got guts. I'm the blacksmith here. I can upgrade your tools. Here, this is for you. Read this for details.
Right.
And we get a basic guide to tools. I'm Ramsey. People call me Boss here. Well, I should be going, so excuse me. I need to get back to work. I'm Chloe. My dream is to become a pirate. Nice meeting you. You're neat. You should have this. Oh, cool. Thanks, little girl. She gives us a red wonderful. I found it in the mines. I tried to make an accessory with it, but I couldn't figure out how. Oh, Nick, you should check out the mines. Take a hammer when you go, though. I will be sure to do that, thank you. Nice little girl. So on the left side of the store is Ramsey's section of the store. So this is where we can talk to him, and we can upgrade our tools. We can also speak to him about doing part-time work, and we can also get an explanation on mining. So this would actually serve as a really good mining tutorial if you're not quite sure what to do. So obviously his key role is upgrading our tools, which is going to make a huge difference. It's going to allow us to get things done faster and more efficiently. We saw at Simon's that you can buy these upgrades, but as you can see, Ramsey offers them at half the price. The only catch is that you need to bring him the ore that is required to make each one. So rather than paying $3,000 to get our sickle upgraded, we can pay $1,000 if we bring him iron ore, which is obtained by mining. And he has an upgrade for every single tool. So that is going to be one of our big goals, is going to be to upgrade those tools, because it is so very important to us in the long run. This desk to the right is where we're going to be able to refine our ores, and that is going to allow us to make the metals required to upgrade, and it's also going to allow us to get precious gems, which we can use to make jewelry and other things. Further up the path, we'll bump into another character here. This guy has some serious arm muscle, look at that. Oh, hey, how's it going? It's nice to see a new face around here. Ah, so you're the one the mayor was talking about. So, you're Nick. Nice to meet you. I'm Owen. I work at the blacksmiths. I'm breaking rocks down to material stone. It's used to build houses. If you're ranching, you'll probably find it handy to collect your own material stone. Here, you could use this.
Right.
And Owen very, very generously will give us our first hammer, which is going to be very, very useful. You're pretty skinny though. You probably won't get many swings before you tire out. I'm sure you'll build muscle in no time though. Good luck. See you around. Alright, we are getting freebies all over the place. I'm just going to go back to Dale's briefly, and I want to have a look at the furniture that he has to buy. This was the menu we didn't have a chance to look at before we were booted out last time. And as you can see here, he has a much better selection of furniture than they do at the general store. A double bed is required for marriage, so that's something to keep an eye out for. And other than that, most of the stuff is usually just for upgrading. And once again, like you saw at the general store, the color schemes of all of these different items is just dependent on what kind of color scheme and what kind of decoration you want in your house. They all serve the same purpose. One is not better than the other. He also sells wardrobes, which we can use to store our clothing. Cabinets for items. Bookshelves for our books. Vanity. You know, all sorts of stuff. Obviously, we have a really, really small house right now, and we're not able to fit much in there, but as time goes on, buying furniture is a really, really good way to fill up the house and not make it feel so empty. And then finally, the other sort of miscellaneous category is all just aesthetic type of stuff. Tables and chairs and stuff like that to sort of just make the house feel more like home. And finally, just before we wrap this video up, we're going to go back to the woods and we can meet our final two characters. Hello, I've never seen you around here before. I see. Nice meeting you. Welcome. I'm Beau. I'm an apprentice at the Carpenters. You see that guy over there? He's another apprentice. He's a lot better than me. Hiya! Yeah, I finally did it. I'm so awesome. What a great trick. Okay, I should name this trick. Quadra Chop? Nah. Ultra Mega Splitter? Nah, that's not quite it. Hey, man. Yo, Beau, did you see it? It was awesome. I looked cool, right? You should form a fan club for me. We have a new resident. This is Nick. Nick, this is Luke, the star apprentice. Nice meeting you. Well, if you need anything, come and talk to me. I'll see what I can do. He's really not that helpful. Anyway, nice to meet you. I know, you can have my old axe if you want. It's perfect for learning. Oh, that's wonderful, thank you. Beau says you're not useful, but giving me an axe is pretty useful. Lumber is handy for building stuff, so collect it whenever you get the chance. It takes stamina, but with a little practice, you'll be pulling off awesome tricks like me. Good luck! Excellent! So now that we have both our axe and our hammer, Praline Woods is going to be a lot more useful for us, seeing as how we can now chop down trees and destroy boulders. So if I pause once again, you'll be able to see that these characters have been added to the friendship list here of all the residents. So we now have Chloe, Ramsey, Owen will be in here, Luke, Beau, etc., etc. So anyone that you want to find and start befriending at this point, you can track them. In the rucksack now, it's pretty much full, but you can see that we now have almost a full set of tools. We are missing the sickle, but that's not entirely necessary. We can still really do a lot with just the watering can, the fishing rod, the hoe, the hammer, and the axe. This video is getting to be super long, so that is pretty much going to be it for me. I'm probably just going to finish off the day and bring you guys back starting tomorrow or in a couple of days from now. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the tour of all of Waffle Island that we are able to see so far, and hopefully you will join me next time.